Sometimes to really understand how political communication works, that massive machine, you have to zoom all the way in. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're taking a deep dive into just one single document, an opposition bulletin, to see what we can find out about the strategy, the messaging, and the modern media machine working behind the scenes.
And right away, bam, this is the first thing you see. A huge headline. The opposition objects extending the emergency. I mean, it's bold, it's super direct, and there's absolutely no confusion about where they stand. But what is this thing really? And what is such a powerful statement telling us from the get-go? Well, let's find out.
So let's start right there with the headline, because in the world of politics, believe me, every single word is chosen for a very specific reason. Okay, first the phrase, opposition objects. Now think about that. They didn't say they disagree or that they're concerned. The word objects, that's a formal challenge. It's an active word, it's confrontational. It immediately sets the stage not for a friendly discussion, but for a real fight over something important, which, is exactly the job of an opposition party. And what are they objecting to? Extending the emergency. This phrase right here tells you that the stakes are incredibly high. I mean, debates about emergency powers are always this delicate dance between security and personal freedom. So by putting this front and center, this bulletin is planting its flag right in the middle of a massive national conversation. Okay, so we've got a very clear, very combative position on a huge issue. But is this document just complaining? Or is there something deeper, something more constructive happening here? Well, it turns out the document actually tells us itself.
Because if you look just past that really explosive headline, you find the why, the official mission statement kind of hiding there in plain sight.
And here it is. Notice how the tone just completely shifts. The goal isn't just to object. The official mission is to engage expert policy editors, conduct research, and formulate alternative policy. All of a sudden, this isn't just about fighting the government. It's about showing that the opposition is ready to be the government. So what this is really saying is that behind that combative headline, there's a claim to a very structured, very thoughtful process. You do the research, you talk to the experts, and then you come up with credible alternative solutions. It's a really smart, strategic way to look constructive, not just critical.
So we have this powerful headline, and we have a mission of serious policy work. But the real giveaway, the thing that tells you what this document truly is, well, you find that when you look at who actually made it. Take a look at this list. You see some roles you totally expect, right? Journalist, coordination, guidance. Yeah, that's standard stuff. But then, keep on reading. Cinematography, video editing, post-production. Wait a minute. This is starting to look less like a team for a policy paper and a lot more like the credits at the end of a TV show. Which, of course, leads to the big question. Why on earth does a political bulletin need a cinematographer? Well, the answer reveals everything. This document was never just meant to be a document. These credits are the proof. They show that this text is basically the script for a much bigger multimedia campaign. So this tells us we are not looking at some simple press release or an internal memo that just got leaked. No way. What we're actually looking at is the blueprint for a professional media production, one that's designed to be seen and shared on a whole bunch of different platforms. All right, so we've looked at the headline, we've looked at the mission, and we've looked at the media team. Now let's put all those pieces of the puzzle together and see the full picture of what this document is really all about. So what is an opposition bulletin? Well, based on all this evidence, it's kind of like a political Swiss Army knife. It's a formal document that states a position for sure, but it's also backed by research to give it real weight, and it's engineered from the ground up to be part of a big, multi-platform media push. You can really boil this entire strategy down to 3 simple steps. Number 1, state your position loud and clear so you grab everyone's attention. 2, back it up with substance, with research and alternatives so you build credibility. And 3, amplify that message professionally across every channel you can think of so you can win the debate. So in the end, breaking this all down reveals a pretty crucial truth about how modern politics works. Even in a world that feels like it's all about quick sound bites and viral clips, the foundation for it all is often a carefully crafted, strategic document just like this one. It really proves that the most effective political messages aren't just shouted, they're engineered, from the very first word of the script to the final cut of the video.